YouTube. That would be very nice. Hey, okay, we are back live on YouTube with shorts and the other thing. The other thing, which I forget. Yeah, it's just normal 16:9. It would be nice if I could get the thing. What's the thing? The you know what? You know what I'm talking about. I could get the multi-chat. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff. If I could get the multi-chat working, I would be ecstatic. Less. That seems quite difficult. Difficult only because I'm a little bit slow. I need to figure out how it's done proper. Alright, let's get the music back on at least. Then now there was. I'm gonna check my put the file in the bin. You didn't put it in the bin. Oh, wait a minute. It's not in here. This. That's all streamable. Let's see what's going on. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the YouTube and Twitch chat back into being merged. Just before I move on with anything. Just because it's just kind of pissing me off. I've got the multi-chat on my stream, which should be working, but it would be great to have it actually on both. I'm just looking for. This was running just through a locally hosted server, like on my machine. I cannot remember what port and everything that's on. And I'm trying to find the PDF that I was using. So it's a plugin made by Nutty. Look him up on YouTube. Absolutely goated, like Twitch and YouTube tutorials, and like just super entertaining as well. So he made this plugin, and I forgot what it's called. Entirely. Oh, I just realized. Wait, I might have done it on a different email. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might have I solved it. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I spoke too soon. Order status. Okay, wait, here we go. I think. Here we go. Here we go. Wait. I'm very slowly making my way there. I'm sure this is a absolutely thrilling thing to watch right now. Here we go. Okay, I think this is what I'm after. Let me type in chat. Yeah. See if it pops up. Okay, here we go. All right, I may as well show what's going on. Here you go. So this is the plugin, and basically just streams this output into the thing. Except it doesn't actually, because I've changed this, and this is not the right one. It's not the right URL. This is a different thing, because I've turned profile photos off because they were just so big and looked kind of ugly. Sorry, no offense. Combined chat. This. Okay, so I just found the URL I was after for anyway. How do I tap into the one that's... I just worry about this later, right? I'm just checking the oh wait, can I load? Oh wait, okay. No, I figured it out. Figured it out. Figured it out. Everybody, no need to stress. This should be my settings now. All right, let's test again. Oh yeah. Now that should pop through. Awesome. Now it doesn't pop through on YouTube. Which is the problem, obviously. To fix that, we will go through, and I guess we will see. So I just go into my YouTube chat. Awkward YouTube. Okay, that comes through on my private multi-chat thing, but not here. I wonder if that could be here, or it could be my Streambot thing. YouTube messages, you want to see all of them. Yeah, okay, it might be a Streamabot issue, which I'm going to chuck over here. Let's see if anything. I might just leave this and I'll do it later, probably. It's not too big of an issue. I can still see when people are typing in the chat. It's just that like you guys can't, which sucks a bit. But I mean, hey, is what we do these early test streams for. Yeah, look, I'm not seeing. I ain't seeing much. Oh, alright. That was super boring. So let's get back. Alright. So I will need to go upscale this this image, and I've got no clue if Photoshop's the right tool for this now. I just hoped that Smart Portrait would do something like that. But I'm not seeing much. It'll make him happy, I guess, but it might be the photo restoration. That might be what I'm really after. See, it's not quite. This feels like it's the wrong use case. Wait for that to finish. Yeah, I ain't seeing anything. I ain't seeing anything. It's photo enhance. Like this is like, I guess it's better. Well, I mean, maybe. Well, since we're just gonna be using, I got none of it for textures. I guess it doesn't matter too much. copium, maybe, probably. I mean, this honestly looks like it looks like a Max Payne texture. JPEG artifact removal. Well, it is all JPEG artifacts basically. So chucking that all the way up, and then I chuck the enhanced face back down. It's taking its time. Did it do anything? If I just return that back. Like, there's so many artifacts here. Okay, and it's not doing any of it. Oh, is it because maybe the artifacts are too big, and it might be getting like messed up on it. That's probably what it is. I guess trying to just do the micro stuff. Look, I guess we stick with that. It looks really weird. But I guess it's good because then that already starts to get rid of the Jack Black like lookalike stuff. Macho face. Sure. Alright. Now let's see if I can put this in. It was like no mask and cut. That's what it was. This replaces it. And I kind of want there's no mask as well. I think it's that. That's all it is. And hopefully now I should get a more interesting face. And it should also just use the default materials, which is also another thing which I want. Okay, it changes all the skin, which I hate. But that being said, see if there was a way to go not get the skin to change, that would be nice. Like, it's an alright start, but I need to go. No. Yeah, I really gotta go change all this stuff though. It's not perfect. Okay, no, there is added back, and actually, I don't mind how that looks. It's like, it's a little uncanny. The ears are a bit much, and definitely need to add more fat there. But once we get rid of that that ugly ass face texture. Oh wait, oh sweet, we're back. We're back. Yeah, look, this is like a dude that looks a little weird. I think, okay, I'm quite happy with the general face structure. Obviously, heaps of editing needed to be done, which we'll do now. I think we can do this. Yeah, here we go. This allows you to really start to just mess things up. See having that squarer jawline there. Having that stuff. Okay, this changes the whole like angle of his face to be like angled in or down. But I think having it slightly angled down, that just feels better. Okay, so if he was like filled with wonder, I guess you'd do that. If he was slightly angry, I guess I kind of want him to be slightly more angry. Okay, not like that. Come on. Yeah, I think having his thing pushed down like that, that's good. The scalp and everything. The defaults is probably alright. Now, obviously, gonna need a much thicker neck. And then the chin as well. Oh, here you go. Alright, might start getting the headshot stuff in here. The ear, nose. Nose, I think we could give him a more interesting nose. That could be cool. Yeah. Let's just start messing around. Let's see how this all goes. I'm just checking on the other stream. Interesting. Oh my god. Oh. We've been going for a little bit now. I'll see if I could finish up the head, and then we might call it a day. A day there. I mean, that's not too bad. Getting the base mesh out for this dude. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Really, I want the neck and see if there's like any. Is there any just defaults like fats? Face heavy. Here you go. See, it's a bit there, but look, I don't want to use any of these default ones now because it's changing the face too much. I want just. See, I need like. You know what I mean. What's this button? That's for ZBrush, yeah. Alright, well I think it's... Thought a bit of it was in the chin, but it might just all be the jaw here. See, I need like a jaw... It's not quite the jaw, it's like... the neck. It's not quite this out of defined thing either. Maybe it's just called like part of the neck. Like, just having the neck up works. I won't change the height much. Well, actually, you know, we're gonna make it just also slightly smaller. The width is already there. The upper width. Yeah, we'll make that go in, not as much. Just having that like that could be, yeah, I think that's cool. Just having that kind of very vertical. Now here you go. Here's the double chin at least. Yes, this is what I wanted. So the curve that goes down. Yeah, the curve's maybe a bit much. Oh yeah, there you go. Whew. What a man. I'll fix up the lips and everything. I like that. I think that general head shape works quite well. Eyes need to be a bit more sunken in. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. The eyes. I'm gonna make them slightly, ever so slightly bigger. I mean, that's already way too big. Just to be a bit more emotive. There's so many controls here. At least we got this. with the eye depth here. So I just want them to be like sunken into his head a little bit more. And then just like increase that a little bit. Having the bag in, if I have that in there a little bit, makes it seem a bit more tired. That's pretty good. Heaps of this stuff for the eyelids and the folds and everything, and it's like, oh yeah, having that fold down there, that makes him seem a bit lazier. Yeah, because the eyes are such an important part for any character. There's so much control and stuff needed. Makes it, it's just so many options, and it's like, god damn. I don't know. You could actually spend forever on the eyes, but like you can't. You can't, unfortunately. Yeah. Uh, is my mouth animation working? I do not know. Testing. It doesn't look like it. All right, time to go check it out. Testing. Wait. Nah. Is it? Maybe it's not. Let's see. You guys getting behind the view axis. What am I after? Hey. It was somewhere in here. There was a microphone setting. Physics, face, blah 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 blah. Was it here? My microphone just might be not set. Reload. There we go. Now, are we working? Test. Hello? That really didn't sound like it worked. Let's try this. Hi. Okay, see. Okay, that one works. That's quite annoying. That. Ooh, ooh. Okay, it is not working. Why are we not working? Oof. I don't know. That's quite annoying. So I've got the preview microphone audio thing, but it's like E U E O. It's really not working. Could do this. E U E O. E U E O. E U E O. Nah. I wonder why we're not working. I have to go check that out later. Whatever. Problem for later. Not my issue now. Most shouldn't be. Alright. Back to the face. Nose, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, the eyes down a little bit. I wouldn't mind him being a little bit of a softer appearance. And I think for that. Yeah, it's like we do that down a bit. His eyes are a bit bigger. And then it's the outer width. I guess it was like the outer up. Even actually the eye angle. Like angle it like that. Give it a slight inward tilt like that. And even the in angle. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that looks probably good enough. Where's the nose? The nose, I want it to be a little bit bigger. A bit of a small nose. Definitely have a wider nose. Oh yeah. Have that be a bit. Have it slightly bent. Get a bit of that imperfection in. You could potentially offset the eyes slightly as well, like very slightly. Actually, I might do that. Actually, I won't because I think that can very, very slightly mess up the metahuman stuff. It shouldn't do actually. Yeah, but I think there's the I don't know the possibility. Slight thing up the nose. I guess these subtle things probably don't matter too much. I don't know how much it'll get converted into the metahuman stuff, and you have to kind of redo a lot of this. So these very, very small changes probably don't matter too much. Where are the lips though, actually? Headshot. Mouth. Here we go. Slightly bigger mouth. And where is the lip? I was pretty happy with most of it. Kind of like having the lower lip be a little bit more. Actually, I think the mouth scale I made a bit too big. Yeah, that needs to be like smaller. Alright, I think this is an alright start. I want his whole body to be more droopy and actually a bit more to the back, but I'll probably go into Blender and just change that up there. Alright. Let's save project. And we will export the thing as a... do we want it as a clothed character? We actually don't want it as a clothed character. Actually, no, we will take it as one. Blender. Now, we have the possibility to... After I've wrote all this stuff, the export settings down. So the export settings out of Character Creator matter heaps. Especially this Insta LOD thing. This is what will merge all of your materials down into one, which makes it like kind of possible for the game engine. So you want it's here merge materials and by UV. You want that on. You can't have the remesher and that on, and I don't actually know why. The LODs are very, very useful as well. Yeah, I don't know why you can't just select both. Unless the remesher also bakes it all down. Actually, because if you just do... I'm gonna have to look at all this again. We're not gonna go do any of the LOD stuff now, because we're gonna edit it in Blender, and then if we don't change any of the bone hierarchy or anything, we should actually just be able to chuck it right back into Character Creator and then do all of our stuff there. So actually, I think we should probably be all right with all this stuff. Yeah, it's probably all right. Nope. Let's try just checking it out. Characters, we are after macho. Macho to Blender hashtag numero uno. Okay. Macho Blender. Actually, probably instead of Blender, I should probably say CC4, where it's actually coming out of. Makes a bit more sense. Hmm. Alright. Oh, so I'm just getting tired now. Whew. And talk actually doing a yap sesh for like 3 hours is tough. Who would have thought? You know, streamers have it the toughest job in the world. Fun fact. Yeah, look, it's probably fine. Let's run it. See if this works. What am I after? Characters. Macho. So there's a brilliant character creator importer plugin that they released. Reillusion, the people who make it, made this themselves, which allows me to very easily. It just has an automatic Rigify retargeter, which is very useful. Yes, that's what I want. Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, this just works. Hey, it does. And I think I've got a custom kind of blender set up, so the scale works with Unreal Engine. You usually have to go change that, and it's a bit of a pain. Just because one of them works in centimeters, and the other one in meters, and you get like weird dimensional like differences. But yeah, all right. So straight out of Character Creator, it works like brilliantly. All of the stuff's bring in right here, no problem, very easy. With a rig, that works perfectly fine as well. Actually, I'm gonna quickly. Is there a way? Turn all of this stuff off. Minimal. Yeah, look, there you go. A bit easier, just so I can get smoother. My 3070 does not die. Yeah, so brilliant. This is like the Rigify rig I'm just super used to animating in, which is why I love it and will try to do most of my animations in it. The rig comes out mostly fine. This thumb is a little weird, just because bending in like that isn't natural. I mean, usually it's at a, where is it? Which one is it? There you go. It's at like an angle like that, like your thumb typically. But just when it's being imported straight in, it's very much like that. I'm not sure if that's typically how control rigs are, but I don't like it. It messed me up a little bit at first, because I didn't realize that our fingers are not actually flat like that. Especially the thumb has to be rotated a bit. Like yeah, if you just put your hand down on a table, you'll see how much your thumb's at like nearly what, a 45-degree angle, thereabouts. So yeah, if you want to make a clenched fist, you've got to make sure that thumb's rotated. Then you can scale it. And then yeah. So it's very, very easy to go create all that stuff. Alright, but we are not here for that. We are here for sculpting. And for that, we just select the base mesh. It comes out with heaps of, yeah. When you add the stuff in it, this is all the original rigs and stuff. Where is it? Here we go. Hide all that. I'll just give a quick overview, I guess. This is the original character creator rig, just in its T pose and its A pose and everything like that. There's not much to say here. There's some interesting things that goes on with the spine, I'm pretty sure. That is, if we don't crash, please, por favor, por favor, por favor. Blender, don't crash on me, please. I beg. Okay. Nope. I shouldn't speak too soon. I shouldn't speak too soon. Please, please. Hey, okay. Hey. Alright. Okay, maybe we're not. Maybe. Okay, it really does not like me selecting that bone. I guess I will not then. Is there a way? I think there's a bone names. Is it here? Names? Here you go. Yeah, so I think it's a little interesting because I've got the waist and Actually, just the pelvis. They're not connected at the same place. Um, it's not too weird. I guess they've got some. The forearm twists are supporting bones, which are very very important. Because if you twist your forearm, it's two bones that overlap. Actually, let me pull up a thing. Forearm anatomy. Forearm maybe twist anatomy. Here you can use your imagination a bit, but yeah, it's two bones that end up like overlapping on each other, and it causes like this very specific like skin, like your skin's kind of like stretching and stuff, and you cannot really do that with one bone, at least not cleanly, and without like heaps of other like helper and supporter stuff. So a much easier way is to go add these forearm and forearm twist bones in between here. And I was a little bit confused as to what they were at first, because I was going through and I was like renaming all the bones and moving the weights around, like doing just weight paint transfers. And I had no clue what the twist bone was. I'm like, what is this? Is this like here for fun? I don't know what it was. But no, shockingly, it's actually very important. And that's like really the main weird thing. I don't think. Oh, there are actually twists for the thighs and stuff here as well, which is way less important. I mean, like, it's good that they're still there, but I mean, you don't get really much twist happening there anyway. So it's not too bad. Anyway, so this is the CC4 rig, and then this automatically gets converted into this meta rig, and a meta rig is what Rigify uses. That's what they just call their. Okay, I cannot enter edit mode with these things. I do not know why. But yeah, meta rig is what Rigify just calls their base thing. Before they add all their control stuff. This is the deformation, all the deformation stuff. And that's just what it looks like. This is a pretty standard rig. There's honestly not much stuff here. The legs aren't connected to the pelvis, like, or parented to, you know what I mean. But that's not that weird. It does have a full facial rig, which is different from the CC4 rig. CC4 rig is way more simple, whereas this meta rig, it's like, yeah, there's like cheekbone, like multiple cheekbones and eyes, like different things for the eyes, very in depth. Do not get that in the CC4 base rig. If I can remember right, I actually think they use shape keys, and it might be shape key driven, a lot of the stuff, because like if we go to pose mode and here we can see a bit of deformation. Ooh, come on. You can see a bit of deformation in the eyes when it rolls around. And like a bit of that eyebrow up there. So I'm actually not sure. Let's see. We can see here, these are all of the bone collections. Which is essentially like, I don't know, well, because all of these controlling things are also bones. So bones are what make up your character. You tie weights to it. And that just like moves your character, and that's what these are. If I hide the right things, yeah, these are just the ones that move your character. But animating that is horrible. It's just very not fun. So you can actually create bones that don't have any deformation with the character, but they influence other bones, and that's what all of these are. And they're very kindly put into different groups. So we've got the face, like, I don't know, all these things, right? And if you want to go see what the actual deformation bones are, there's ones right here called Def. I kind of forget. Org and MCH, they do have meanings, and I completely forget. So, oh well. Oh well. But let's go see. I'm pretty sure it might actually just be smart weight painting. And not any shape keys. They do. No, I think it might be a mix of both. If I just do this and that. Yeah, okay, never mind. It is shape keys. Alright, I was not just fully lying. So yeah, they got some shape key driven stuff. And shape keys are very, very common in the your meta-human head as well. And yeah, shape keys are awesome. They're pretty expensive though, especially for facial animations where there's so much. It's quite difficult to do it outside of cinematics. So this is why, yeah, you kind of need two different things: one with all the shape keys, and then one without. And then also the face, like, can easily have more bones than the whole rest of the body. And then that is also just very, very expensive and just not really worth it. Especially if you're like not even seeing the face of the character, and if they're like not emoting. So like if we just look here, I've got the deformation bones activated. All right, yeah. So the deformation bones are actually the exact same as the what's it called? The original CC4 rig, which is interesting. There you go. I can get rid of that. It's a little bit creepy. Oh my god. So yeah, the exact same as the CC4 rig, but it has been converted over to a meta rig or something. I don't know. I kind of forgot. It works though, and it's not super important that you remember everything. As long as you have just a rough general idea of how it works. And yeah. All right. Enough yapping though. Let's get to actually sculpting. So I do not need the boxes. Uh-oh, watch out. He is naked. And there was just a few things that I wanted to go fix up here. So if we just open the sculpting thing, and hopefully if I add my thing here. Okay, yeah, that does work. Awesome. No, I don't have my tablet out. I usually be doing this with a tablet. Unfortunately, I do not have that. So I'm just going to very slowly just be adding a bit of geometry and shaving it down and adding and shaving and then dragging a bit. Really, you only need a couple of brushes here. Like the smooth one, obviously smooth tool is probably the most important. And just having like a high radius, very low strength, going over it multiple times. Maybe slightly more strength. Actually, is there a way? Can I get a different view mode? I don't like this one. Where's the normal? There you go. Oh, like a high. I think the normal one's probably good enough. I'll just take this. Yeah, just very slowly going through. I'm just trying to smoothen all that stuff out. Yeah, it's still got that kind of thing. Alright, let's grab. Oh, that's not it. I need the radius up. Just gonna drag everything down. Just to kind of droop everything. Okay, that did not work. See, I want that top. Okay, I still want him to have a good chest. I want that to slightly dip down. And then that to like droop down like that. And then I guess just a very, very... Yeah, something like that. That works well enough, I think. I wonder how this is compared to the original. I think the textures should still work fine. Oh, I forgot to... It's still kind of a little bit ripped. Oh, and it's got some like baked in stuff there. Alright. If I just jump back over to character creator, put you back up to like medium. Yeah, we can see that. See that is that super odd thing. That's gone. And he just looks like a somewhat of a Danny DeVito-esque character now. I think that's mostly fine. Oh, I made that back cavity way too strong. But that's also very fixable now. Let's decrease the strength, actually. Yeah, if we just like, he's got very big trapezoids and stuff. I think most of this I was fine with. His Kartushk is not too bad, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Hmm. Kartushk. Actually, I think this chest thing here is still probably a bit much. But I'll just, as you do, just very slightly bring that in. That was not it. Let me go back to this. Yeah, turn the strength down, radius up even more. Very slightly, just press that into place, and we should be good. Yeah, I think I don't mind that profile for him. I did kind of change. I did want it up there. Actually, if I bring my pure ref back up. What an absolute... That is a crazy physique. Like actually all respect to him. Unironically crazy. I think that's just weird shading there. Nothing to worry about. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, I don't mind. I think that's cool. All right. I'm relatively happy with how this has gone. So I might be ending it soon. Psych! I actually won't be. Well, not for a little bit anyway. I want to go just create a thumbnail. Just something I can post on socials, get people a bit interested. And luckily, because it is very, very easy to go pose and stuff with Rigify, it shouldn't even take that long. So yeah, let's get this set up. Now I'm thinking that we get like, he's been a little bit cheeky. Let's get him down here. Sorry, let me actually get my workspace set up. Oh, this is really slugging my machine. Actually, we're done in character creator for today, so I'll save that. I'll close that. Not needed anymore. Actually, let's squeeze every bit of performance I need right now. Leave out of that. Leave that. The hands are here, and this is a very cool part of Rigify as well. We can actually just follow... turn this off. If I remember how. I think it's... Yeah, the IK stretch we do not need. IK stretch. And then there is also... Yeah, you can go get your... There's a IK FK. Like solver. Like right here. Another reason why I freaking love Rigify is because, yeah, it'd be kind of horrible to get a IKFK solver manually. Like, it's 100% doable. There's enough documentation, but like, whoa, you can just press the button, yeah, and like, look, now we've just got FK there as well. So, just like, damn, right there. I'm very happy. I'm very happy it exists. Thank you, Blender. Very, very cool. All right, let's get a... get you out of pose mode. Let's just create a very simple environment. And by environment, I just mean let's create a plane and a camera, just so we know what we're dealing with roughly. Camera. We'll go here. We'll probably... I like having a square thing. So we'll do like 1500. Sure, that works. We'll have one low to the ground with a high focal length. Make us zoom in heaps. Zoom right out. And we will have depth of field. This is a trick that's pretty useful. You can actually just create an empty. Create an empty arrows. I will just call this focus. And then you can, instead of manually adjusting your focus through sliders, like focus distance and everything here, which, I mean, look, you can do, it's fine. You can actually just make it follow this focus object here. And then, yeah, it'll focus it. It's crazy. Maybe not that crazy. Let's just get this up. We'll rotate this. And then just add a bit of a curve there. Alright, now let's make him be a little fruity. Get that engagement, you feel me? There. Let's get some bend at the fingers. This is where I'll probably need the tweaking. Oop. What am I after? I'm after the y-axis. That there. That there. Yeah, we'll just kind of bend his fingers like that. Have them be a little weird. See if I can... There you go. Rotate that a bit. Yeah, something like that. Sure. I'll spread these fingers out just a little bit. Should probably get the head up as well. I'll get you on the camera. Actually, what pose am I even doing? This is not really what I want to be doing. I kind of want more... You know, like when people have their hands and like they're kicking their feet up and they're like all like tee hee. You know, you guys know what I mean. Look, it's getting late. It's getting a little late. It's getting a little late. I'm kind of just saying stuff now. But I swear it's real. Now what we should be able to get as well is that there are pole targets, which are used for these things. Here we go. Okay, pole. So you don't need to rotate. You can go basically just drag this little object here, and then as you drag this up and down, the elbow will follow. And I find working IK way more just like easy. FK has its uses, like for sure. You'd be crazy not to use it. But like, you know, if it was one or the other, I think you're crazy if you just choose FK. Alright, you need to be up like this. That needs to be down. I guess the shoulder actually needs to be... Yeah, the shoulder needs to be down like that, but you need to be like there. The hand needs to be like... Whoop, if I move it proper. Head gets... Oh, it's actually this neck as well. Needs to be up a bit. Yeah. I don't know. Just slowly, over time, getting this worked out. There's not much riveting commentary, I'm going to be honest. This is more just get them into position, get another IK pole target out. Let's see if I can find it. Where did he go? Where's the thing even pointing? Brother. There it is. The shoulder is not down enough. There does seem like there's a lot of stuff right at the start. Like, you know, there are all these bones and everything, and like what's really going on. No one, I don't know. But one of the good things is that you can go turn all of this stuff off. So, I mean, realistically, I don't need any of the leg stuff now. I do need the arms. So I can just turn that off, and then that gets rid of heaps of visual clutter. I kind of just roughly know what everything is and like what it's meant to do, so I don't mind having all this stuff here. But I promise it is not nearly as intimidating as it looks. It is way easier. Why aren't we actually... Why aren't we working? By working, I mean, why aren't we actually on the floor? Yeah, look, we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna have like the fingers curve around the head and everything as well. So the workflow for posing is quite a bit different than animating. Kind of obviously, it's like one's a static image, the other one is moving heaps. Here I might actually just go in and get rid of just a bit of stuff, because there's quite a lot of visual noise. Just so I can more quickly and easily get all of this out and done. Yeah, I don't know. There's no real science to this. Just like playing with a doll, honestly. Yeah. Just very slowly going around, changing things, making him extra fruity. Then what we can do is we can just very quickly... these controls here, you scale them up and down, and they will flex the fingers in and out. You can do it with all the green ones normally, but it takes just a bit more time. Here you go. This is an example of you need to go... Like, because if I would just want to scale this in, I know the thumb's like Loki just in his head. But you've got to like rotate it like more, and then you can like kind of get it out. There is... I thought there was another... Maybe there isn't. I thought there was a control for the thumb. Well, actually, the control for the thumb, I think, is just this, actually. Yeah, okay. So the thumb, this thumb bone, feel free to move around, because it actually, like... The thumb acts very, very different from all the other fingers. These other fingers, you can't really move. You can only rotate them. But then if you try moving your thumb, this whole thing here, this, like, moves around a shocking amount. So you can kind of get away with just like moving this around and moving it into location. Anatomically, I don't know how correct it is. But yeah, like you can move it around and kind of get away with some nasty things. Fuck. Oh no, I forgot to save it. Okay, it was a very important lesson. The pose, there are animations on a different... There are multiple actions here. This one, I think, just jumps between the two things. Oh no, I'm actually pressed now. Yeah, okay. That's quite annoying. Alright, well, I guess we just restart. Oh well. Alright, because what you need to do is you need to set a keyframe. That way, when you change stuff and yeah, you play, it won't reset, except it will if you forget to have the automatic recording on, which I forget where it is. It's on the timeline. Whoops. Okay, now any changes I make will actually stick. Well, that's a little annoying, but oh well. Oh well, I guess. I guess we just speedrun it now. Get the head into position. I actually wonder if I can what's it called? Like have both sides going off. Like a bro, I don't know. I don't even know what's come like the words coming out of my mouth. I'm just speaking without thinking. If I can have it mirrored to each side. Am I crazy? Where's the hand stuff? It's over here. I am crazy. Oh, okay. Very luckily, the mirror does work. They have actually set that up correctly. So, I should be able to just... realistically, I keep it symmetrical for the most part. At least at the start here. Put the hands here. There you go. Rotate that a bit there. Now there was a controller I actually used in Maya that was for metahumans, and it had this very, very useful functionality where you could automatically spread the fingers apart. I haven't looked at recreating it, but if I do end up modifying the Rigify rig, that is probably the first thing I would do, because it was such a useful just little tool, which I didn't even think about while using it, but since I moved off of it, it's left me, and I've felt a bit lonely without it. There we go, we can move that around. My face is kind of glitching out. I think I'm slowly sinking more and more into my chair as the night goes on. Yeah, look, there you go. It's relatively fruity. You might have been better to go chuck the hands down a bit more. Actually, probably it was better to go set up the head rotation first. I mean, I'm not too pressed because we got both of them. We got the 2-for-1 deal with the mirror model, mirror thing. Oh, what's going on back here actually? What's up with... No, it's just a weird, unfortunate deformation. I have to go in and edit that a bit. Oh, right here, just in the back. There's a bit of vertex pinching there, which is a bit unfortunate. But oh well, it happens. Yeah. So if we can get these up. See if I just probably drop the shoulders down by moving them. Yeah, look, for the most part that's alright. And then we'll just get these legs kicked up as long as I do the right thing. Do the right thing? Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. His legs are completely broken, but let's fix that. Alright, pro turn off the mirror modifier. What's the... That's what I want, isn't it? Now there is actually another... You can get pole targets for the legs as well. Toggle pole. Yes, I would like that. And I'd like that. Both of these. Oops. Just gonna quickly keyframe everything just in case. And yeah, just adding a bit of asymmetry. Makes the pose feel a bit more real. And just having everything kind of... everything altered just a little bit. Makes it, just gives it a little bit more life. Like even just rotating this by a couple degrees. That, and then you rotate this back the other way. Alright, sweet. Now let's get back to the camera. Let's actually just rotate. Let's rotate the head here. Now I wanted the hands to be a bit more like that, I would say. Not like that. Get all of these fingers back. Even this hand rotated just a bit more. Something like this. Oh, I do need these elbows back down now. I just kind of thought that they would work. We're getting a bit of unfortunate pinching here. One, grab that. Something like that. We do have an unfortunate thing here. Actually wonder why. What was I pushing? Like I guess that was probably it. You know, it's not maintaining that volume, which is quite annoying. I do that and that. If I select the right things, it'll be a bit better. Yeah, look, I think that works. That works. Look, the shoulder there's not exactly as it should be. It's thrown me off a bit. I don't like it. I think that should work. Oh my god, I didn't even realize. My bad. My character was freaking out there for a bit. Lol. Yeah, alright. Just doesn't look. There some of the tweaks at the back here. Look, this is the FK stuff there. No, it's probably that. Yeah, look, if I just like chuck that back up there. Maybe not. I'm just going to leave it, eh? I ain't got to worry about that. It's like this empty. Put it right on the face. See if I can. Yeah, you get a slight little rotation. Fix up a couple of these fingers. We'll give them a nice little facial expression, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Because the hand is actually a bit off. Yeah, okay. For the most part, you are slightly in. I can get all of these off. Alright, from here, I probably just want to use mostly shape keys if possible. It's quite actually difficult to like get something weird. Just because there's so many options, and it's mainly used for facial mocap and stuff like that. I just kind of want him to get in that kissy face thing. Actually, don't gotta worry about that hand. It's a little difficult. I mean, I could leave that just blank stare. Get that a bit more into the camera. Oh yeah, like that. Wow, wow, what a stud. But I mean, look, just because there's so many shape keys here, which is like usually a good thing, especially when you've got your facial mocap set up. Super awesome. But man, it would be nice if there was just like a kiss slider, a freak slider. Let me freak this shit out. Sorry for my French. Like yeah, look, there's all this puff stuff, and it's like maybe instead of kiss, I just like yeah, like look at it's powerful. So honestly, look, if I just start like pushing and pulling things here and there, it might be good. Because yeah, you get this like mouth stretch. Where's like brow? It's just called brow. It's just called brow. Here you go. You can get some like funny little. I can immediately just like that. Just like with a little bit of stuff, you get this very interesting shape. Get that. Yeah, you want that kind of. What was that? Was the inner, the outer right? It was the outer left. Yeah. Okay, so Am I messing around? It's made it look a little weird now. I don't know, riveting voiceover here. But really, I'm just having fun playing around now. Okay, look, if we start compressing it a bit, and I reckon as soon as we start to do... Oh yeah, look, if we just like a slight drop of the eyes. Oh yeah, wow. What a looker. Ladies, watch out. Alright, we just need this mouth. Mouth frown, mouth smile. Oh yeah, look at that fucking smile. Oh yeah. And even with like a tiny little bit of a puff. Oh yeah. Woo. Oh my god. Yeah, that is a powerful powerful stance, a powerful facial thing. Now I want to just see if there is a... Yeah, there's not much for the, like, the forehead, I guess. Nose, cheek, mouth, and all that stuff, but... Look, I think we're pretty happy here. Let's go change this. Post this on the socials. And we'll be good to go. Linder. Blah, blah. Blah, blah. Macho. Sweet, yeah. We'll go for that. I need to go get a HDRI. Where is an environment texture? Now, did I have one in here? I had the Golden Bay one, which is always like a... Just change that back to one. Alright, let's see if this blows everything up. I think all the materials work with cycles and EV both. I'm pretty sure they do. Yes, we're on the right one. Oh, except I'm not using my GPU. Yeah, that looks good enough. Alright, sweet. Let's render it out and we'll see. Get to post it on Twitter or something. Something cursed. It's been a pretty good stream. Unfortunately had to mess around a bit with disconnecting stuff. So my VODs are kind of split up into like 3 different things, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. Yeah, that'd be good. I'm not seeing any prospect. Sample 0 hasn't even started though. What is going on? Reddit is 0%. I think it's gonna take over. I think it should batch. Look, don't get me wrong, I don't have the fastest CPU. I think we got enough. Okay. That seems like time. What in the world? Okay, that's gonna assume that this crashes. Come on, just restart. Por favor, señor. This is actually. Can we actually just like close, please? It's actually not doing it. See, luckily I saved. I kind of thought. That's this happened. Oh, 9:15. It was right when Rogan came in. Golden Bay, we're still on cycles. See, we don't have that many cycles or anything. The sample's going up. Okay, there we go. This actually worked this time. Sweet. No, I just realized his left arm is in the ground. And I know it's a small little thing, and I know Loki probably don't be doing any of this, but it's gonna annoy me. It is going to annoy me to no end if I do not. At least slightly. Yeah, look, there you go. That's way better. Way better. I'm gonna quickly just do a yeah, look, it should have. I'm not sure why at 9:15 it didn't. It's quite a bit. Apparently, we're gonna take 11 minutes to finish rendering. Surely not. What else is there to render, no? I guess done an alright job. I know we're still noisy as hell, but like, goddamn. I guess we may as well stick around. Let's see if my alerts are working. Let me get onto a second account and follow. Login stuff. Nope. Is it actually going to take that long for to render? That's insane. Honest to God, might do the cheap thing and just like take a screenshot of this right now, and then just post that. Just before that, though, I am going to go see if the alerts are working. Okay, no, the alerts do work. I don't know why I didn't get that one before. How interesting. So yeah, I get the alert and everything as well. Yeah, how weird. Interesting. Alright, that was, yeah, taking too long to do everything else. So, let's go just take a screenshot of this and put it on Twitter. The Everything app. Am I logged into Twitter? Is a good question. The answer is no, I'm not. That'd be very useful. Por favor. Hey. All right. What's my epic notifications? All right. I guess we just chuck this on. Mandatory Twitch plug. Yo, it would be kinda awesome if you checked my stream out. Not that I want you to or anything. Yeah, look, I think that's a pretty professionally worded tweet. I think yeah. I accidentally just I don't know. How do I just saved the post? What does that mean? What does that mean, dog? I'm not online enough for this. No, actually, like I'm not even joking. How do I do a saved post? There's no way I'm gonna have to Google how. Hey Grok, I have a saved post. What does that mean? Okay, let's see. Access saved posts Twitter. Tap bookmarks on your profile icon. How to bookmark a post? That's not what I asked. Did I? Access saved post. Oh man, I don't want to write what I just wrote again. I mean, you know, it's how I truly feel. But surely, if I go post, it'll be like I can schedule it. Whole drafts. Here you go. Unsent post. Ah, awesome. And then I can just add that. It'd be kind of awesome if you check my stream out. Yeah. I think that's good enough. Alright, and then we'll do the Twitch and YouTube plug. I'm sure this will do numbers. There's that, and do I have my YouTube? Por favor. Por favor. Yeah. Twitch, YouTube, Ocore Game Dev. Wow, wonderful. How wonderful. I love my digital footprint. Anyway, I'm gonna call that an end there. It's nearly a 4-hour stream. We had a couple of hiccups in between there. And unfortunately had some internet falling out. Love you, Australian internet. Bloody blint. But yeah, I think we did pretty good. We managed to get the character mostly done. You know, he's a bit fruity. Oh, don't worry about that. Got yeah, fruity little render out. And yeah, I think it's he turned out pretty all right. He's still far from being finished. We've got to go do clothing. That's probably what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna get this dude dripped out in his luchador fits. And that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty fun. Because he's got an interesting kind of outfit. He's got the big wingspan that he's gonna do, and the spandex. I think I like red and white color scheme. Might do a bit more thinking on the colors, or maybe even just do it live tomorrow. Yeah, I should hopefully be live tomorrow. We should be doing this. I should get a schedule up, make it easy for you guys to come in, keep seeing what's going on. I'll see if I can fix a few of those technical issues, like the Twitch and YouTube chat not being merged on screen. That's a bit annoying. I think I had a few problems with the VTuber model. Is my mouth moving now? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I still don't know exactly why not. Should have been, but oh well. Oh well. But that should be all sorted out. I'll do it tomorrow. It's just, you know, it's getting kind of late here. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who dropped by on the stream. Thanks for dropping by. It's awesome of you guys. Only just starting out here. So I mean, look, anyone watching, it's huge help. Really. So if you could chuck a follow